Apparently, these are the best women Queens has to offer. Pick one and let's go.
Give a big round of applause to my band, Sexual Chocolate.
Sure, chocolate might be an aphrodisiac, but the entire rest of the world is not so in love with American chocolate.
It's a bit nutty.
Europeans have condemned our favorite candies as puke-y, powdery, putrid trash. And it's all because of Hershey, America's favorite chocolate bar. That's right, it's all Hershey's fault. Before Milton Hershey sold his caramel company to focus on chocolate, being a chocoholic wasn't possible because chocolate didn't exist. At least not in a remotely edible form. Around the dawn of the 20th century, the difficulty preserving milk and other perishable ingredients meant that you could really only get chocolate if you already lived where it was produced and ate it immediately, and even then, only if it wasn't too hot outside. But again, milk, especially in milk chocolate, spoils pretty quickly. But that didn't stop Hershey's determination to democratize chocolate. So he worked tirelessly to identify a formula for preserving the candy so it could be manufactured in abundance and shipped across large distances. The Hershey Company is understandably tight-lipped about the details of their process, but chocolate experts are convinced that old man Hershey decided to put the milk for his chocolate through a process called lipolysis, which essentially pre-spoils it. The miracle of the process is that the milk remains safe for consumption and won't spoil any further. But it does have the unfortunate side effect of producing butyric acid, the magical substance that makes rancid butter, Parmesan cheese, and human vomit all smell alike. That's the reason why American chocolate has a slightly sour, pukey taste, at least to people who aren't used to it. Chocolate technology has changed a lot over the last century. Why stick to an outdated process that objectively results in a worse product? An even more American reason, the rabid fear and loathing of change. Think about it. Every time there's a new Coke, there's a virulent backlash. The company presumably put the product through a battery of taste tests to ensure it was truly superior, but because it doesn't taste the same, new formula can be the death of a business. By the time the new preservation methods were available, vomit was simply the taste of American chocolate. So aside from the fact that Hershey went to court to argue their chocolate is food and lost, Hershey was understandably reluctant to change their formula. Low expectations is just the American way. It's also because American food regulations are much more lenient. This means the American government can't tell anyone what to do with their business even if it sucks. European and American regulations on exactly what a product must contain and how much in order to call itself chocolate are so wildly different that they result in fundamentally different foods. The biggest one is cocoa. European milk chocolate must be at least 30% cocoa, but in the US, it can be as low as 10%. The difference is often made up with a lot of sugar, which is why the rest of the world thinks American chocolate is as sickly as its populace. Hershey controls the ways and means of chocolate, from creation to consumption. I mean, it's just one company, so that can't mean that all American chocolate sucks, right? Right, guys? Let's be real. Hershey's does not a Wonka make. Fudge, Willy Wonka is actually owned by Nestle, which brings us to the larger problem of even finding chocolate that wasn't produced by a handful of corporate jerks who want us to lower the bar for good candy, which Hershey now owns, like Reese's, which is nuts. Peanuts. Europeans even get excited seeing a Cadbury chocolate here in the United States, but man, are they disappointed when they take a bite? Because that's right, Hershey owns Cadbury in America. Hershey's is everywhere, and if you don't like it, then your Halloween is gonna suck.
I'd like to buy all your chocolate.